Hi everyone, welcome to the digital marketing series today. We will cover types of marketing in this series, and for today we will cover email marketing. Thanks a lot for joining. I'm Nikhil Kumar, and I'm a digital marketer. On the top right of your screen, you can access my Linktree link and get all my details. So awesome! Without further ado, let us start a discussion about email marketing. So, what is email marketing? If you have to just define it and you Google this, you'll get that email marketing is a form of marketing that can make the customers on your email list aware of your new products, discounts, and other services. It can also be a softer sell to educate your audience on the value of your brand or keep them engaged between purchases. It can also be anything in between. So let me just simplify, just put it out there so that you can like kind of understand it more easily. Is basically email marketing. You have to target someone via marketing. So email marketing, you can directly target them to the inbox. Particularly a group of prospects, or they are already your customers, or it could be just specific individuals. Email marketing, why it's used basically because it has the highest ROI. It's not that expensive as a technique, and it is very effective. It is used extensively in B2B marketing. Uh, when people are seeing the emails, they have a bit more of a concentration compared to other media, social media that you're using. That could be like you're not looking at any of the messagings, you're just focusing on your what you want to focus on basically. So there they are kind of you have their attention, in the form of direct messages. So that concentration level of, and he's ready for that engagement, that's very important. That's why email marketing till today, even though there are so many social media networks, so many platforms and all chatting apps and all, still email marketing has its charm and is has a lot of importance to it. Awesome. So what are the benefits of email marketing? So there are many benefits of email marketing. Firstly, you have it's a very targeted and personalized content. You have expected to study an audience, uh, what would interest them, and then design the messaging accordingly. The subject line, what is there within the body, something that would appeal to them, some product which is useful for them, and offer uh, which would kind of make them go further in the sales funnel. So that is there. Secondly, we have to build credibility. So today's day and age, credibility is built via content, and how does content reach out directly in the inbox is via the email. So when he gets more and more of a content, so kind of a credibility is built. Obviously, it will be more towards informative and educational content than salesy content. So that has to be kept in mind. Next, we have brand recognition. We have, when these mails are coming up, you have all the features today in the email services where the logo is used and you have your unique brand colors and all that that's coming. So it increases the familiarity of that particular brand, and then going forward as the emails go on, you might have a cursory look earlier as a customer, but then you would kind of get deeper into it once you get more emails come and you're getting some kind of interest in that. So that kind of develops, and that brand recognition leads to various kind of sale. That would be the ultimate thing, but at least an approval from the customer that yeah, I know you and I'm interested in what you want to talk about. Great. So next we have, you build stronger customer relationships. When he is your customer, then you must be getting a lot of brands, a lot of emails. It could be greetings. It could be very specific offers as per your demographic or what interests you have. So that helps. If it's designed intelligently, it will build that customer relationship. And lastly, we have Uh, Email marketing, I would say, as a tool is comparatively easier to use and measure compared to, say, the social media campaign. Email marketing campaigns, uh, how you judge in terms of the campaigns, how many people have sent to, what they opened, what this. It's kind of more straightforward than in social media what they have viewed. It's not necessarily somebody views something or like something is gonna. Could be more for the content than the brand. They are interested in the product or services that is being offered. Awesome. Now, what are the types of email marketing? So when we start off, we have to know what are the types when we are started as marketers. So firstly, we have welcome emails. So welcome emails, generally you have started, you've opted into some kind of service. Suppose you go on an e-commerce site and you have made an account there, you're interested in purchasing something there. So then the welcome email would come, which is I would say the first step that would be there in your email marketing campaigns. Then we have lead nurturing emails. This would, in many cases, could also come when you are a prospect, right? Like say you have not bought anything from the e-commerce store or whatever the brand is offering, but you are, you've taken some ebook or newsletter, something like that, where you wanted the information, you gave your email, and this would come under lead nurturing emails, because the focus of lead nurturing is information, educating, entertaining the particular prospect till he purchases. So this is a complete cycle that is there, and lead nurturing emails, I would say, are the most difficult to design because they are so crucial. The success of that would lead to a customer, and nobody is gonna in today's day and age is gonna directly after one email or a salesy or an offer or something is going to come down unless he's already decided. So it's very less in that sense anyway. So lead nurturing emails, the design and execution of it is extremely important. Next, we have the general promotional emails, but they have been, I would say, designed very intricately today's day and age. I mean, comparatively earlier, where you were just talking about the features of your product or what benefits is there. Today, you have to get more into the psychology of the particular. What is he interested in? What is interested to talk about? What is the specific he's looking at within his demographic? What are his interests? So they have to be designed, but they would come under promotional, where you are directly talking about some offer or something that is there. Great. Next, we have newsletters. So newsletters have to be designed. Every brand, every e-commerce store, they are having their newsletters. So newsletters generally cover, and the mainly cover, I would say, the what is happening in your particular industry, uh, major maybe clients you acquired. Some could be like about like a testimonial or something of a particular customer. So they have to cover unique different aspects of a business, and you have to keep distributing. Generally, I think it's done, newsletters are distributed on a monthly basis, and they are properly designed by the content team. So that's one part of it, where you have to have a newsletter as a business to get the success, the true success out of email marketing. Awesome. Greeting emails, or very general, like, I mean, today you have, I think, for every other day there is a particular thing that you're, not only for festivals, there are different days celebrated. So these particular emails you have to have. This would come under that you wish well for your, you're a well wisher for your prospects and customers, so you should keep wishing them, and that creates a positive feedback from that brand. Great. Lastly, we have re-engagement mails. So somebody who have maybe stopped using your service, website, app, or something, how do you re-engage them, right? uh, Initially when you leave, obviously you might have got a lot of emails, like, regarding feedback and what's the reason that the service you are kind of discontinuing and all. But then you have to engage with them, wherein you have to kind of get into that you are re-informing them something, or again you get into the chain of the educational informative mail, something that would trigger them to again take some bit of interest in what the brand is saying. So first is just get your attention back. So you these kind of campaigns you have to then, so that because many people they're going to drop off, not use the service, and then they will kind of start using the same. Awesome. Okay, great. Now this is very important. So how do you collect email IDs for using email? This is the main thing. How do you start? You don't have any email IDs. How do you start up? So obviously there are a lot of third-party tools, third-party data providers and all. But since the systems are getting more and more intelligent, uh, they are realizing that it's like the customers they don't want to be spammed by that. So it's better to, in a normal scenario, that you earn this particular data. And how do you earn it? Like when you're offering something, right? So either you're offering some information in the form of a ebook, or a personalized, like a video or something, or which is about informing you about something, or it can be something very which, like an event that is there, which can be for your TG. Like suppose your TG, like you have a fitness product, so people who are into, say, the fitness part of running or something, so you have to design that particular event and get the data of the people who are participating. So it can don't have to be like out and out an offline event. Maybe you're investing a lot of it. Could be like an online event where you're talking about a topic which would appeal to your TG. So in this, then you can get data. So it is today, I think this kind of data, even though it's hard earned, it will cost time, effort, money and all, but this would lead to more fruitful results, because the rest of it will just might go in the spam. Or today, I mean, you get something in your inbox, you don't like it, you directly put a spam, and then that would trigger off from your email provider that this particular address is spamming people, because sending a lot of emails in bulk to people who don't know about, it's not related, and they are directly putting you in spam and all. So it's better to kind of use a proper method and earn your data. Great. So today, if you're using the email marketing tools, which are the ones which are popular in the market, and which you should be using? There are some many huge companies, $1 billion, like Mailchimp, Constant Contact, SendGrid. In India, you will have Fresh Marketer, Zoho, which are kind of linked with CRMs. So most of these email now, they are linked with the CRM, so that your whole marketing campaigns and everything is within one place. Like I don't think any email provider now, at least it is providing an integration feature with some with a particular CRM. So these are the major ones. When you're choosing a email marketing software, when you do your research, today you should look at advanced level, segmentation, how you can segment your data as per different demographics, what the kind of interaction they have, are they opening the emails, and like what there are even services where, if they forwarded that email somewhere, or in terms of the views or whatever. So you have to know, what kind of metrics you would want, because when you see those kind of metrics or those statistics, then it would enable you to make better campaigns, right? Like what is specific data, and then you have to check that whether that particular platform is providing me this particular data, and then accordingly you go about it. Awesome. Now let us go to what are the trends in email. What is now currently happening in email marketing when you see it in your inbox? So you have interactive emails today. your emails, when you open it, you could have like a sequence, like it would ask you certain kind of questions to get a more understanding of you. And the visually, the way it is projected or designed, it is very engaging. So people want more and more engagement from whatever messages that is being used. That's why even like in WhatsApp and all now, there are services wherein you can like directly order something from WhatsApp, or if you are chatting, in terms of the customer support department, then it gives you various choices, like A, B, C, D, whatever, and then you go down that funnel of what specific things you wanted. So you want that interactive ability. So within your emails, you should have that interactive ability that is there, which is quite important in terms of um, with the devices. The like it is the demand of the people in today's, like when they're interacting with the technology, they should be able to, that is, they should be able, it should be able to go back and forth basically, so this is very important feature that is there in this particular email marketing, which is happening now. You must be seeing a lot of emails that are giving you this particular feature, and you should be kind of using this so that you don't get miss out in that, like fear of missing out for the particular marketers, I would say. Okay, great. So a lot of important trend that is being used in email marketing, I would say, is the user generated content, right? So you looking at something very innovative, creative that the customers use, and he's tagged you in it on social media, or he's talked something positive about your brand or something, or the way they use the products and services. So this can be used within the email, because end of the day the people want to know what has happened with the particular email, the product or service that they have used, how it's being used by others. They want that feedback. That is why you listen to others, like what is their experience, why do you see reviews. So that is the main reason for the particular trend, and you should be using that. You should observe what is happening on social media within your uh, social media campaigns, and what they are reacting to, identify and then use it in your email marketing campaigns. Awesome. Now let us go to the Q and A's, like what you all have particularly asked me for this, and then accordingly we will go to the questions. So let's go to the first particular question. I think I'm doing great. So what are the subject line tips that you have that we should use? So that, because yeah, that is the first. That's very very good question. That if the person is not going forward, the first thing he'll see is a subject line. If he's not interested in, after seeing it, he'll not go forward. So for particular subject lines, you obviously, this you have to go deep into it, like what your customers appeal to them, what do they like, and accordingly kind of put those things. There are a lot of tools nowadays where along with the subject line we have some extra material also, that can be added, a little bit description which is visible within the subject line, so that you can make a use of. There are subject line testing tools also that will kind of, with historical data, you will see what is working, what is not. So here you will just put yourself in the place of the customer, and what would kind of appeal you to open that particular email. So this is a very deep thing. I mean, it can't be like directly answered, because this is something which the marketing teams, they sit on, they discuss, because that is the first stage. No campaign is going to be successful if the subject line is being ignored. Next, how can video be used effectively in marketing? Very good question. Videos in marketing are being used beyond that. You're just distributing your social media ad, your television ad in your email marketing. um, we had observed that there was that there were two ad, like one was Shah Rukh Khan. He had used that particular in the Cadbury's, wherein the name uh, of the shop, was coming in. He was taking the name of the shop. That was via the AI tools, right? So it was very personalized, right? So if somebody was using that particular email marketing to the people, the customers around that shop, like say it was in a particular suburb within Mumbai, so close by, the people who are getting the email will get, oh, you can buy Cadbury chocolate from XYZ, whichever is the nearest shop that is providing the same, right? So that was one, and then in that Hrithik Roshan's ad in Zomato was using the specific the store which was close by, right? The one or the restaurant or something. So that was also very area based, that was picking up. So this is the way, I mean, you can use the personalized video. Also, it doesn't, you can, these are big brands who are using very high level, artificial intelligence tools and all. But in your case, there are so many, it's simple tools that like I've seen, like when you just sign into a service or something, you get a message by the CEO, video personalized message by the CEO of the company or one of the HODs. It can be as simple as that. Could be even like something interesting that you have done, like a newsletter can be in the form of a video, right? Like, and that you can put. So you have to just think like what you're generally emailing and how that can be put in a video. Any text-based thing or anything can be put. End of the day, the message can be put in a video form. So you have to think of that, because obviously with the video you'll get much more engagement. Awesome. Next question. So, what is the best way to segment your data for email campaigns? Great. So this is a very important question, because segmentation is the main thing that is used when you want very specific campaigns. You want the bang for the buck in terms of your email marketing campaign. So majorly, I've divided into, like, I would say, what are kind of demographics, that would be age, gender, location, uh, you know, basic interaction that they have had with the particular app or website. Then I would say you would have more detailed email engagement. How many people have opened the email and clicked maybe links on that, and accordingly that would come a particular different segment within that. The area that they geographically would come into, that would come under different segments separately only, because that's a very important. Like, you have offers which are uh, in certain regions that you have, right? You judge your sales in a particular region. So if you want to push your sale in a certainly, you have to have that segment which is for that particular region. Then you have your spend, like how much are they spending on your app or your website, and on what they are spending it. So accordingly, then you can design your particular campaign to them, specifically to them. You offer things to, you feel better and special, obviously, when you as a brand, you are in as a no, sorry, not as a brand, as a customer, you are investing your time and money towards that particular brand, for purchasing products or services or engaging with them. So in this particular thing, then it would be that that you divide it into what spend level. Like, if somebody's spent, you have e-commerce platform, somebody spent say 1,000 to 2,000 rupees, right? Then if those who spend more than that and all that, you have all the statistics. So you can have very specific on what, if you're spending on certain category more, then you have campaigns accordingly. And lastly, I would say the website behavior, like what they are browsing on the website. Now the websites are also becoming kind of smarter. They are seeing what pattern, what is being searched on, what is more time being spent, and then accordingly, it's not only the buying being analyzed, but also what they are seeing and searching, and what they are paying more attention on the website. Then accordingly, you can have a campaign within that. Great. Next, so we have what is a drip email campaign? So basically, drip campaign is that when automated emails, they are sent, they are scheduled at a certain time or by a certain user action that is done that would trigger it, right? So you have somebody who is, opted in for a service at that time. So you obviously get the welcome mail, and then after 2 or 3 days you would say that okay, we are having this particular offer or something which is specific, because he is maybe just purchased something, you are pushing him into purchasing something in a similar category, so that would be kind of scheduled. And that the next would be the user action that is being taken. So the user action is that he is going on your site or an application, and there is a certain action that he is particularly doing, right? Like he is doing a certain search or something, or he is abandoned his cart or something. So that is a certain thing, right? So that would then you can create a campaign. So this is a drip campaign where it's kind of triggered by something, or it's just scheduled. So these are like now become standard in all the e-commerce companies and all that. They will have a drip campaign going on, so that you get that level of engagement from the audience, which would then lead to the sale. Great. Last question of the day is what to avoid in a website that it doesn't end up in spam. That's another very interesting question, because most of the email campaigns that are happening are going to spam. And I'm like, when I'm consulting with a lot of companies, which they are not that big or having those big budget, they are observing that a lot of thing it's going in spam. And also, I would say that you have to be very careful of the words you use. You can't use certain words that are there, free, offer, or something that sounds very salesy. So where I would suggest here is, firstly, you're not trying to like initially sell on your platform. The sale emails should happen to the customer who has just opted in, right? So you shouldn't use a lot of selling words, or generally that's considered like spammy words. And also that I would say you should follow even the frequency. You can't shouldn't like, I think, more than once a week you're sending the same email ID from the same brand email. You're sending mails. If your frequency is too much, also you could end up in spam. So there is all the systems of this email marketing services. They observe all these particular triggers they get, because like what you're using, words you're using, and what are the kind of action also you can, like, people put you in spam. So similar customer that is there in that same data segment could also then automatically end up in spam, because it's observing, right, like that most of the people are putting you in spam. Awesome. But it's a trial and error. You have to do the research yourself and see what all things are happening, and take action on them and accordingly. So it's not like that can be directly, but these are some kind of best practices that you can use. Awesome. Great. So it's been an amazing session. There are thanks a lot for joining. You can like DM me on LinkedIn any other questions you have for this particular topic. As I said, all my details are given here on the top right that you can see. You can get in touch with me, and we'll be having more of these, series in this series coming up. More episodes which are having different types of marketing as you are using them. You just why I made this is basically you get an overall view of marketing, what all you are supposed to use, what is generally being used now, uh, how it can help you to take your marketing to the next level, because the space business space is just going to get more and more competitive, digital space. So you have to kind of really work at a hard at your marketing, and work smartly, and work with marketing intelligence, so that you can get the bang for your buck in terms of your marketing budgets. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. I'll see you. Take care.